I don't know.
Oh, you didn't watch it. Okay.
Record.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. Basically the summary of TED Talk was Cradle to Cradle Design, the title itself, which I'll explain later, and then the various application of Cradle to Cradle Design in like architecture, city design, and etc. So the first thing that we need to know is about sustainability. So sustainability definition means meeting the needs of the present generation, without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. So important word would be meeting the needs of the present. Okay, so present is important. And then it should not compromise the ability of future generation. So which means, for example, if you use resources such as trees or oil, or not, oil is a bad example, trees, fish, and other, you should not use and deplete them. And so you need to preserve some amount for the future generation. Everyone okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, very good. And then, so the first thing that we're gonna look about is sustainability and common access resources. I actually changed the sequence in the last minute, but yeah, first thing we're gonna learn is about the common access resources. So what is common access resources, shortly known as CAR? The definition itself is natural resources without ownership, so it should be without ownership. Oh Jesus. That are not traded in the market, have no price, important no price, and can therefore be used freely by anyone. So the important thing about CAR is first is natural resources, which means resources that are extracted from nature. And then it should have no ownership, not traded in the market, no price, so it can be used freely by anyone. So examples of common access resources are trees, oil, ocean, air. So clean air, I mean, unpolluted air. And these are all common access resources that are around us. Everyone okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Very good, very good. So the common access resources have two main characteristics. First is non-excludable, and then second is rivalrous. So non-excludable means that non-paying consumers cannot be prevented from accessing it. So a good example would be national defense and street light. So for example, if once the national defense or even street lights is provided, the people who are not paying for street light or national defense can still enjoy their benefit. For example, street light, you can have those kind of bright things, which is a very good advantage in the civilized society. So even though you're not paying it, the people can get this advantage. So this gives rise to a free rider problem, which means that people don't want to pay for such street light or national defenses or common access resources, but they can still enjoy its benefit. So basically, even though you need money to have a national defense and street light, since there's no price, no private firms will try to make it or install it in the first place. 간단하게 한국어로 설명하자면, 그러니까 이 non-exclusiv이라는 것은 한 번 이렇게 딱 이 시스템 자체가 구축이 되거나 아니면 처음 딱 이렇게 딱 도입이 되면 돈을 안 낸 사람들조차도 이 시스템의 그런 이익을 볼 수가 있다는 거예요. 예를 들어서 가로등을 딱 설치를 하면 가로등을 돈을 내지 않는 사람들도 이 가로등이 주는 이익을 받을 수가 있잖아요. 그래서 뭐 빚이라던가 빚이라는 뭐 내셔널 디펜스 같은 경우는 막 그 세큐리티라던가 그런 프로텍션 같은 걸 받을 수가 있잖아요. 그러니까 프라이스를 매길 수가 없어요. 그러니까 애초부터 이 profit motivated private firms는 그러니까 이런 사기업들은 굳이 이 마켓에 들어가서 이런 걸 만들려고 안 하겠죠. 그러니까 비록 사회에 꼭 필요하더라도 제공되지 않는 거예요. 이 free market에서는. So people cannot be excluded from using them because it is not possible to charge a price for their use. The common access resource also is non-excludable, so you cannot charge prices. So it's important thing, cannot charge prices. Not possible to charge price. And then the rival risk. So rival risk is a long explanation, but basically, good is said to be rival risk when its consumption by one consumer prevents the simultaneous consumption by other consumers. More simply, simple explanation would be consumption by one party reduces the ability of another party to consume it. So, for example, of a common access resource, trees, if current generation cut down trees and do not replant them, future generation will have fewer trees available for their use. So, basically the summary of this will be, since common access resource has no price, people tend to overuse it. So they do overfishing, overcutting the trees, those kind of things. However, since common access resources are rivalrous, it means if one party overuses the CAR, there are fewer CAR for other party and future generation. Thus, sustainable use of common access resources is important. So that's the reason why these days they insist people to replant trees, ban overfishing, and use renewable resources, energies, something like that. This is the economics part, and then now is about business part. For sustainability, the most relevant part in business will be 3 pillars of sustainability, which consists of social sustainability, environmental sustainability, and economic sustainability. So, it's a long explanation, but first, economic sustainability. So, economic sustainability by definition is practices that support long-term economic growth of a business without negatively impact the social, environmental, cultural aspect of the community. So, it's about long-term economic growth that does not give or impact the society in a bad way. So business should employ various strategies that makes it possible to use resources so the inputs.
Somebody making noise?
For the best
Yeah.
advantages. So that is for their best advantage. 이거 부시럭부시럭거리는 소리가 나는데요.
Okay.
네, 없어졌네요. So again, business employing various strategies that make it possible for them to use resources, in other words, inputs, for their best advantage. This basically means increased profit. So economic sustainability for business is about increasing their profit without impacting the society in a bad way or in a negative way. So this economic sustainability, which is increasing profits, is the basis of all other sustainable strategies. So only if you have economic sustainability, you can actually fund for environmental and social sustainability. Everyone get it? Again, economic sustainability is a basis of sustainability strategies. So only if you have profit, so increasing and guaranteed profit, you can fund your environmental and social sustainability. So what is environmental sustainability? is use resources without damaging it for the future generation, produce goods and services with little or no damage to the environment. This one is quite easy to understand. Renewable energy. For example, use renewable energies, use renewable resources. Production method that generates less pollution. And then the last thing is social sustainability, which is the most controversial. There are various aspects of social sustainability, and then it's very small, okay? But for me, I think the most important part is the process of creating sustainable, successful places that promote well-being by understanding what people need from the places that they live and work. So basically, social sustainability is mostly about employees. So employees that have, so it encourages and guarantees the well-being and promotes the well-being of the employees. For example, it can be shown by better workplaces. For example, like if you see the workplace of Google or Lego, they have very employee-friendly, those kind of workplaces. Like they have sleeping beds, they have free snack corners, they have childcare. So those kind of things increase the well-being of the employees. And also some of the companies have overwork ban. So they banned overworking. So they just need to work for a minimum amount of time with high efficiency. So such social sustainability is about workplace and employees. So in short, economic sustainability is about increasing profit. Environmental sustainability is producing goods and services with little or no damage to the environment. Social sustainability is about workers and workplace and promote their well-being. That's the sustainability part. And then the cradle-to-cradle design. Cradle-to-cradle design, which is the title of the TED Talk, by definition is style of building or production that keeps future in mind. So it keeps in mind the whole life cycle of a product into account from sourcing to disposal. So it's a style of production. So it's a production process, it's a production method that takes account the whole life cycle of a product from when it's first sourced. So when it's first sourced, for example, finding the resources, to when it's finally disposed. So it's treated as junk. So this one is contrary to the traditional cradle-to-grave design, which is manufacturing that uses cheapest resources and methods, and it is designed for dump. So it's not recyclable in very simple words, but this one is more about recycling, more about less pollution, all these kind of things. So the good example, which is also in my test, the school test, was about an air conditioner producing company. So there are two types of product production. So the cradle-to-cradle design is, for example, uses recycled plastics for the air conditioner. And then also, when the air conditioner is finally disposed, it can actually be recycled again. So it's almost like an endless loop of plastics. However, if you have cradle-to-grave, first of all, you use newly produced plastics from the petroleum, and then there are lots of pollutions. And then finally, it's not recycled. So these two types of production have great differences. So this one is more about carrying the earth, preserving resources for the future generation. This one is more about minimizing the cost and increasing the profit. So actually, cradle-to-cradle production is much more costly and time-consuming, because all these things, in order to make it, you need to actually do lots of research and development. You need to source from, the sources are quite limited. However, it's much more environmental friendly. This cradle-to-grave design, on the other hand, is much more easier, much more cost efficient, much more time efficient. However, future generation is basically doomed if you do this thing continuously. And then now that's all of my explanation. And then today's discussion, since we have, do we still have 6 people? Sir? Sir? Do you still have 6 people?
Yes, let me count. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
6. Okay, very good.
6.
So we'll divide into 2 groups. So group 1 will find or will research about products that have cradle-to-cradle design. So what type of products have cradle-to-cradle design? So what type of products, think about the economy, think about the, not economy, environment or something like that. Second type of group will research about the companies that implement the sustainability strategies. So company that has that imply strategies for social sustainability, environmental sustainability, economic sustainability. Those are your companies that you need to find, that you need to search for. So the discussion will be 3 parts. First of all, we'll just divide into groups, and then each group member should find one product or company based on your discussion topic. Second will be, you'll gather by group, and then each group member will have 1 to 2 minutes to to share their own company that they researched or own product they researched. So basically, for this, since there are 6 people, each group should have 3 company and 3 product. So this one will have 3 product, 3 companies done by each person. Then you gather by, this will take like 5 to 7 minutes. Then you gather by group, and then each group member will have 1 to 2 minutes to share the company by their own group. Finally, one representative of each group summarize the whole group's presentation and present a simple opinion about discussion topic. Everyone get this?
Yes.
Is there any question?
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, in the end, you should have three products, 3 companies, and then you'll follow this thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So
Okay.
I'll divide the group first. Okay, so what? So Mr. G, Mr. Kim, and then Dr. Cho will be same group, and then Mr. Lee, Mr. Kim, and then Mr. Kim. 2 Mr. Kims will be yes, yes,
The second group?
yes. Second group,
Alright.
Big Kim and Small Kim will be in the same group. Okay, so the 소위실 1 will discuss about the products that have cradle-to-cradle design. So each person should, so Dr. Cho, Mr. Kim Jong-min, and then Mr. G should each search about the product that have cradle-to-cradle design, and then share your opinion, and then decide your presenter, and then choose your presenter. And then 소위실 2 should find companies that implement sustainability strategies, and also you should pick all different products. Later you cannot come out with one product and say you basically research the same thing, okay? So 3 different products. And then the second group should have should research about the companies that implement sustainable strategies, okay? So everyone got the topic? And then now wait. Okay, before I open the 소위실, I'll give you 5 to 7 minutes to search by your own. Then I'll divide it into your 소위실.
Okay.
Okay? So 5분에서 7분 동안 각각의 그거에 대해서 해주세요. 그거 말고 자료 검색을 해주세요. 5분에서 7분 정도 드릴게요.
Okay, Shio and Wonu, you two are our member, right?
그리고
member.
각각 무슨 프로덕트를 하는지 무슨 컴퍼니를 하는지 얘기를 해줘야지 중복이 안 될 것 같아서 그거 정한 뭐 first come first serve로 정하는 순서대로 그거
I think so. We can find that there are a lot of cases, so I'm not afraid of the complexity.
혹시 모르니까 겹치면 안 됩니다.
Alright, yeah.
그러니까 겹치면 안 되니까 그걸 해주세요. 네, 그럼 지금 최대 4시 10분까지 시간을 드릴 테니까 네, 한번 검색을 해주세요. 자기 스스로.
Okay.
오케이.
네, 감사합니다.
Good job.
Please make a small group, meeting group.
네? 아니 먼저 지금 조사를 하시고 그 다음에 조사 다 끝난 다음에 소그룹으로 하려고요.
아,
네, 약간 네.
맞지. 오케이.
네. 지금 네. 6분쯤 남았으니까 이제 스스로 각각의 그 프로덕트를 조사를 프로덕트든 컴퍼니든 맡은 걸 조사해 주시면 됩니다.
Sure. Hi, Bakuma. Hi, Bakuma. Hi, long time no see. So you entered late, right? So So we have two groups. Which one do you belong to? Our team or the first group? So each of you.
Okay, group two. Group two.
Okay, group two. All right. Then group two. Companies that implements sustainability strategy, right? Okay.
Okay.
So let's keep searching.
Okay, everyone, it's 4:10 now. Anyway, 잠시만요. 다시 해야 돼. 스위치. 다시 만들. Okay, so from now on, so it's already 4:10. So each group will have about like 5 minutes for each team member to talk about their company or their product. Okay, so from now to like 4:18, 4:20, you can talk freely. Okay, so I'll open the 소회의실. Okay, see you later.
Hello. Hi, Wanu. So I can see you, right? You can see me. Wanu, can you hear me?
지경 아저씨 참가하셨나요 혹시?
아, 잠깐요, 아직.
아, 네. 준비되면 해주세요. 네.
Wanu,
네.
can you hear me? 너무 작게 했습니다. 너무 작게 했 Wanu, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Alright. Alright. Clearly, okay, then so what was here? You close the door.
아, 야.
What was here? Okay. And who? Bakoma. Dr. Bakoma. Can you hear me? Alright. So, yeah, so we had 10 minutes and anybody selected farm out any companies to in order to find our execute our assignments. So company that implements a sustainability strategy. Okay, so first let me introduce mine. I found SK Chemicals. So SK Chemicals is one of C2C certified companies. When I say C2C, it means cradle to cradle. Okay. So in other words, they say C2C, cradle to cradle. So the company SK Chemical is one of the C2C company. They say their business is a green chemical business. And they say they are leading global company in the environmental friendly material business. So one of the C2C certified company products is EcoZone and Sky Green. So that's what I found so far. Okay, anybody? Okay, maximum two minutes. Sorry, I overused my time. Only 2 minutes. Each person, okay? Sorry. Then, IKEA.
Started with the supply chain where the Swedish furniture maker has associated close to 50% of its wood from sustainable foresters and 100% of its cotton from farms that meet the better standards. And IKEA has more than 700,000 solar panels powering its stores and plans to start selling them to customers in the UK.
So you mean raw material produced by wood, which belong to the sustainable forest area, right? That's what I heard, right? Okay, and a solar panel also. So these two kind of products they are producing now, right? IKEA. Okay, I think. Okay, so and then later you can add up, and let's move to Mr. Bakuma. Bakuma. So you have a short time. Huh?
I found out that the top 100 list of top 100 companies
energy company in Denmark. Sorry, the outside is not silent, so I can't hear you clearly. So you. Huh? So, all right. So let me use my earphone. Okay. Okay. Keep. Speak. Yeah. Speak again. Yeah. Right. I can hear you. Right. Okay. Keep. Yeah. What's that? So, all right. So let me figure out. Okay. All right, Bakuma, let me figure out what you said. So first one is, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, okay. So how do you spell it? How do you spell it? Huh? CJ. Oh, yeah. A plastic what? Oh, really? You don't hear me? Okay, can you hear me now? All right, so if I use your phone, maybe you can't hear what I'm saying. Sorry. So I'd better just use the notebook microphone. Okay. Okay. Say again. So you mean you CJ?
서울 사람들이
Okay, CJ, and so the product is heparin and sugar, right?
지역에 있으면
All right. So all right.
스테이크가 올라있어 올라있어 미안해라고
Yeah. Eco certified products. Yeah. All right.
팬케이크 같이 있는 거
아, 여기다 나. 어때요?
소리가 나니까 좀 주의를 해.
와플
오케이.
와플도 있고 그다음에 이제 스테이크 들어가는 거 커피 뭐 여기는 뭐
아, 여기 무슨 소리가 나는 거야?
그러니까私もこれ知ってるんだ
그지? 이 비공수로 가격이 여기가
이유가 있는
5만원짜리 4만원처럼 안심
어. 모르겠어
저기는 찜이 아니라
지금 다 됐어? 다 했어? 오케이
올리고
누가 발표할 건지 정해
Okay, so who can be presenter? CEO, you can do that? Oh, yeah, you try. Okay? So
very good.
you can do that, and we can add up. Okay? You just write down. So you need to practice.
뽑기라 아씨
Sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, cheer up, CEO, and then we can add up, okay? So if you miss something, then every members will help you to finish your presentation, okay?
아 소리실 나왔어? Very good. Okay, everyone, welcome back. Okay, then today, so group one. Follow.
No. Yes, still on the group, small group.
돌아왔잖아 지금. 돌아왔잖아요 지금 세 분 다.
그래. 아니 그럼 원.
네. 닥터초하고 김정민 아저씨하고
오케이.
지경 아저씨가 어딘지 모르겠어요. 지경 아저씨 어디 계시죠?
네, 여기 없어서. 오케이.
지경 아저씨 어디 계시나요?
Yes.
지경 아저씨.
이규 I remember.
Who is Alfred and Catherine? Outside. Okay. I see.
아웃사이드 건데 어디 어디 딴 데시든 어쨌든 우리 지금 하는 데는 아니었어.
Yeah. Okay.
지경 아저씨 어디 가셨나요?
Mr. Jim, where are you
Okay, no time. Good one. Dr. Cho or Mr. Kim, Youngmin, can you present your product? So one presenter describe all the products. Thank you.
1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute.
I think Mr. G will present the result of our discussion.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, we discussed the three products. The first product is mineral paper, presented by Mr. G. Mineral paper, I'm not quite sure. Minerals, original natural resource from the earth, and then he make process into the product, the final. I don't know what is that, something like that.
Mr. Chi,
I could not
Mr. Chi, it's so
understand.
nice to see you again, Mr. G. Oh, sorry, Dr. Cho. Mr. G is back.
Okay, good.
Where were you? Okay, can you hear us, Mr. G? Oh yes, you're back. Thank you, thank God.
I'm back.
Okay, so good one again. Can you present your thing? I'll give you 2 minutes tops for 3 products. 2 to 3 minutes tops, please. So,
Dr. Joe, can you represent to us?
sorry,
Yeah,
no,
you already done.
no.
Just please.
Yeah, I explained a little about the mineral paper. Mineral paper, the first product. The second product is tuna can. On the basis of cradle to cradle design, the first catching tuna and then processing into the tuna canned food and then distributing tuna canned to the consumers, and then consumer threw away the empty cans. So the company will recollect those empty cans. Is it cradle to cradle design?
Yeah, basically, it's part of it. Yes, it's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last product.
That's what I understand about the cradle to cradle design. And the third is Mr. Kim presented Acquion. Acquion is very hybrid style. I don't know, elements or mineral. Something
Ion
like that.
battery.
Battery.
Yeah. Yes.
So he explained fully about ion battery, but I could not understand exactly what is the Acquion battery. Anyway, it is kind of ion battery, like for smartphone, ion battery. Ion, we call it ion battery in Korean style.
Yes.
So that's all I understood.
Okay, first group. Thank you. Cradle to cradle design.
Thank you.
Someone is pushing me. Okay, so group 2, companies that implement sustainable strategies. Let's see how strong it is.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah. First is SK Chemical. SK Chemical is producing chemicals environmentally friendly. And CJ, one more company is CJ. They are the Just give me a second, please.
Yeah, heparin and sugar. Heparin and sugar, right?
Yeah,
you-
like heparin, sugar. Yeah, they're
you said that they are the eco-friendly company, right?
yeah.
So certificates.
Yeah, they seen the packaging material, so they can keep four ton each year of plastic. So they are.
Okay.
They